Hello everyone, welcome back to ePapery. This is Michael. Today I decided I was going to just kind of do a little bit of a show and tell. The first thing that I'm going to do today is show you how I'm coming along on the cover for the garden collage journal that I'm making. I mentioned that I wanted to do slow stitching on it, and so this is kind of where I'm going. I don't think it's going to be, totally full of it, but I'm not exactly sorry about that. Not exactly sure what else I'm going to do. I've been working a lot lately with ribbons and making different types of flowers, so I might even decide, this will be the front, I might even decide to put some kind of a doily here and then add some of the ribbon flowers or fabric flowers to that. So that's where I'm at with that. It's going to be a while, I think. I also put together the signatures. So those are ready to go. I've prepared them. I may want to add a few other things yet to that, but so those are there and ready to go. So that's where I am with that project. Then I decided that I was going to show you some of the first journals that I ever made. And I can't even tell you how long ago this would have been. It's been a few years. They had been stored in our RV, and Ralph went over to the RV the other day and I asked him to bring them back. So I was kind of glancing through them and I thought, I kind of like these, the way I did them, and there were pockets in there that I'd totally forgotten I'd ever made. So these were journals that were more similar to what Erin's style is. I got more into using the digitals, and now I'm feeling like I want to mix the two. So we'll see what this garden collage journal ends up like. So let's just take a few minutes and wander through some of the journals that I first made and tell you a little bit about them. So this first one is kind of a memory book for me. In 1995, I met John Denver, who was a singer, an artist that I had been following and was a fan of for many, many years. And when I got to meet him, what I did was, my husband does leather work, as many of you may know from some of the items that are on sale in the shop. So what I wanted to do was to make him a guitar strap that I could present to him. I had no idea how I was going to get to meet him. Luckily, the plans fell in place for that due to a coworker that I had who had at one time a music career and knew the people that were putting on his show. So I got a backstage pass. Anyway, this is the journal I made to commemorate the meeting and his music. So as you can see, this is there's mixed media on here. There's some paste and other things on here. Now this little book was an advertisement. I worked in a medical clinic for a few years, and the drug representatives would come in, and they always had pamphlets and whatnot that they left in the break room. And so someone had left these little pamphlets or booklets, and I looked at it and thought, oh my, that's kind of neat. I could probably make something out of that, like how we all do that, right? So that's what this is. I thought I still had one around that was blank, but I can't seem to find it. Anyway, so here we go. The front of this says, this is the inscription that was on the guitar strap that Erin actually wrote. She was, I believe, sophomore or junior in high school. And she wrote, "To John Denver, a small gift of appreciation for a lifetime of gifts you have so graciously given to us and so many others in your music and in yourself." And then my husband inscribed our names on that. So here we go. So you open this up, and again, a lot of it is mixed media things. There's texture on here, some stamping. And then I had printed out, I gotta stand up to see if, yeah, you can see that. Okay. I printed off some of the words to some of my favorite songs, and I put them in there. So this one, I took, I don't know what it was. I think some brown paper bag or something, and kind of scrunched it up and made mountains out of it and added some other texture and whatnot and put Rocky Mountain High on there. That was another one of my favorites. So, and then here is a song that is one of my husband and my favorite songs. It was Perhaps Love. So I've got the hearts. And again, there's lots of texture on here that I had put on. Here's one that shows the words to The Eagle and the Hawk. And then in a few pages in this book, there are these pockets, which I have put things in. But part of the pocket, this one here, you can see where it's actually attached to the pocket. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure how that's done, and I think I may try and figure that out. But so anyway, there's some words to the song, and then here is a picture of me and him at the time, and I had done some modeling paste there too that said "Dream Come True," because it really was at that time, and a little tab. And then on the back side of that is also, this is Sunshine on My Shoulders, which a lot of people think is kind of corny, but I liked it. And another picture of my husband at the time. Boy, I wish he still looked like that. With a picture of the guitar strap that he made. My husband is a very good, what they call figure carver. So he does a lot of, he will do a lot of animals and things like that. So we've got, my husband's favorite song was Eagles and Horses. So he's got horses here. He's got a sunshine up here with John Denver's initials on it. And then on the back of the guitar strap was the eagle. So there we go, and there's my rendition of a sunshine, I guess. This old guitar was one of my children's favorite songs. This is also a pocket similar to that other one. You pull it out, and you have, now I didn't put anything on this one yet. I don't know why. Well, that's weird. But anyway, so you can kind of see here what it was. It was just an advertisement for a drug. So I may finish that up. I guess I just hadn't done it yet. And then I took newspaper clippings from that day. Here's me again with him, and here is him on stage at that concert. And I put those in that pocket. As you might believe, I had many pictures of that day. So the pictures are kind of all in this manila envelope. I've kept them all. There's another one of my husband with me crying in front of him. There's the eagle on the back. There's the eagle. So, getting a hug and a kiss from him. So neat. Anyway, so those I have kept in this manila envelope along with copies of, tickets and whatnot that I had gotten. So that resides in this little pocket. And then we have a couple more pages, more lyrics. This is going to sound like an advertisement for John Denver, but On the Wings of a Dream was one of the songs he said, he wrote, and I think the words are just so relevant. Yesterday I had a dream about dying, about laying to rest and then flying, how the moment at hand is the only thing we really own. And I lay in my bed and I wondered, after all has been said and is done for, why is it thus we are here and so soon we are gone? Is this life just a path to the place that we all have come from? Does the heart know the way, and if not, can it ever be found in a smile or a tear or a prayer or a sigh or a song? I won't read the rest of it, but that gives you an inkling of what the words to his songs were. And then I had a CD cover that I kept, and I think what's in here is just a bunch more words to some of his songs, I believe. And then, so that was another pocket. That one I don't think had a pullout, or maybe it did and I just didn't decorate it. I don't think it had a pullout. And then the last few pages are, these are quotes from John Denver, and a autograph of a John Denver tribute artist, Jim Curry, who I have seen many times. So these are all quotes from John Denver. And that is and then the back, here's another article. And there's a picture of John, and again, lots of texture and whatnot on there. So that's that was the very first journal, I guess, that I ever made. I had made some, I guess you could call them like mini albums and stuff like that, but I'd never actually made what I considered a journal. So that was the very first one I made. And again, I don't remember what year I made that, but so that's the first one. And then the next three that I made were made from file folders, and I made these to keep memories of our trips in our RV. So we started our adventure in 2017. And so this is just part of a file folder, and then there's Velcro on it, and then it opens up. And there's just all kinds of little things in there. And as you can see, I have written on it. I kind of just went through the days and wrote something down about most of the days that we did something and what we did and where we were and that sort of thing. So there you go. That's kind of some paper clip embellishments. Here's a paper bag with some tags and stuff in it that I had made. This was kind of cute. Opens up as a corner. I think you've probably seen these before. Opens up as a corner tuck, and then I wrote on that. So on some graph paper, and as you can see, I had plenty of room to write whatever I needed to write. So anyway, that's what this one is all about. And this pocket I made, I'd forgotten all about making anything like that, but anyway, so it's a full page, and in this there are some things written on the back here. This is kind of tiny because of the tininess of the book, but there's like 6 pockets in here that you can use. And then here's a tuck spot, and here's an envelope that I did, an envelope folio type thing that I've got things written on and tags in. And here's the other half of that bag with some stuff in it. Here's a little envelope. I think it comes open. Like I said, I haven't looked at these in so many years yet, and I had written a few things on there. So that's kind of, just gives you a show, a postcard. I think this has got a bag to it. More tags, tuck spots. And again, I used a lot of stamps with this because I at that point in time, I didn't have a lot of supplies, especially when you're in an RV. So there you go. That's kind of what that was. And here's another one where I had 4 pockets on there. And then this one was a flip up with things in it. And so, and then here we go again with another, I think this was a pocket. Yep, pocket up on the top. And so that's it. that was my second journal I ever made. And this paper clip goes in there for some reason, I'm not sure. So that was the second one. Well, then I decided I needed to make one for every year, and unfortunately we only got to go for 3 years at this point. We're considering leaving again this year and going south, but I think what we'll be doing is not traveling around, but just taking the travel trailer down there and staying somewhere. So here is like a ribbon ruffle and some cheesecloth and a button. But again, this is made from part of a file folder. Okay, what the heck is going on here? I don't know. Okay, well that I think is a paper clip. Yep, there we go. So then again here, you know, this I think this was a paper bag. Yeah, and then it's got a big card here, and there's all kinds of room to write on in there. And here's another little paper clip that I had. I made this belly band, and I think I just clipped this paper clip on that. For what reason, I'm not sure, but anyway. Okay, Michael, you're taking too much time doing this. Okay. And there's another paper clip. And again, this is just, I had very few supplies. So it was a lot of stamping, a lot of distress inking, and, you know, here's a bag again that I had actually sewn into it with a pocket on top of it, a button, a little cluster, which at that time I didn't even know what clusters were. So there you go. This is just another one of those where you open it up. So there. Corner pocket. Here's just some pretty butterflies. This is just a another kind of a journaling spot. Another tuck spot there. Belly band with a tuck. Another tuck for pocket. More tucks. Another pocket with a bird. Just, you know, whatever I felt like doing at that point in time. So, and here again is one of these where it flipped out. And as you can see, I didn't have enough to write in all of it. So I guess we didn't have that many adventures that year. So anyway, that is basically the third journal I wrote. As you can see here, I started to learn how to make something with a window envelope. So, and that was the third one I made. And then the back was just plain. And then I put the dates on it. So I have one more for you to suffer through, and then we'll let you go. This was the last year. And so this was kind of COVID year. And so here's a cluster that I put on the top of it. Another belly band with a tag. This is over the page. A tuck spot with another card, a pocket and a card in there. Yeah. Another flip up. More pockets and things, just a button. And again, I think this was a paper bag that I kind of took and made some things with that, and made a little tuck spot for 2 little cards. 2 little cards, but with a paper clip. Little fabric cluster. I think that might be a paper clip. Nope, I don't think so. It flips up like this. This is the other half of the bag. You know, so, and here again is a lot of, I was fascinated by these things at the time, apparently. And more tuck spots, a few little tags, a little corner spot here. That's a paper clip I made with other things in it. And here's some tiny tags that I had put in there. More journaling, another tuck spot. As you can see, we didn't have a whole lot of adventure then either because it was COVID. Tuck spot with a tag. And those are, here's another flip out with 3 pockets and some tags and a space here for tags. And then this one, there's a little envelope that had space in it for writing. I don't think I had anything in it, and it looks like it's stuck. There we go. Yeah, I didn't have anything in it because I had more room in the journal than I needed to keep track of all this. I don't even know what that is. Oh, good question. Oh, it's just like a trifold that goes out and is kept down by that little tiny paper clip. And this one I think is just a little envelope. So that was the last one, and then a little cluster with a button on it. So I thought it would be interesting for people to see, you know, how your style can evolve. And these are the journals that I started with. So there you go. Just a little show and tell to let you see how I got started. And so I will let you go at this point, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.